Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing you how to beat Enhanced Ahzrak in Nightmare difficulty of Doom the Dark Ages. This boss will have a few attacks where it follows up with multiple attacks there, and it also has some annoying attacks it'll use in the second phase. I would recommend using the Cycler there to set up the Electrify to deal extra damage on the target, and then switching over to the Staker weapon here, the Impaler, as that does pretty good damage. Anytime that you get low in shields, I'd recommend bringing out the Combat Shotgun and using the 3-round burst function to give yourself that extra health, as that's going to make a huge difference here in keeping yourself alive, as we constantly are going to be getting hit by different things that pop around. Now these here, we can shoot at them with like a rocket launcher and really any type of damage just to get rid of them. Just be mindful that you don't get too distracted from them and Ahzrak starts hitting at you. Now the Chainshot's also a really useful weapon, especially if you got the ability to charge up the attack after doing a parry, because you can get into a flow of parry, shoot, and that seems to work pretty well for overall damage. So you just continually follow up with those. So you can see there, that's kind of the combo you want to pull off. Don't get too cocky though. You need to have the timing down pat to be able to do that. And throwing your shield's gonna be nice too. I also like using the Ravager here, as the damage is really good, and once you get rolling with it, it can be really effective to use. Honestly, use your favorite weapon, but I think that using the Cycler to set up the Electrify to deal extra damage works really well, and then pulling out whatever other weapon that you would like to use. This one just being a very effective one, as I found this was pretty useful throughout the entire game. Now just watch for all the parries. They're decently challenging to get off all of them. It's just getting in a matter of timing. Now into the second phase, it's actually nice. These here, you can get damaged by them, but they're going to give you shields as well. So you want to get into a flow of just watching your health to make sure that you don't need anything else, and throwing them whenever you run out of your shields and health. So it's kind of a combination of watching the boss and just minding your positioning so you don't end up running into them. I brought out the Cycler here again. I also have the shield rune that applies the Electrify on target whenever we parry attacks, so we're constantly going to be dealing extra damage against the boss, but pulling that out as well is quite nice. So you're going to get these multiple attacks off. He's going to counter them until we get to the end. But just keep doing the same thing that you've always been doing. Running around. Circle strafing works really well here. And just watching for those parries. He usually does that 2 attack in a row and then gets a bit of a stagger there so you can get your own attacks in. Don't be afraid to use your melee weapon as well, because that's going to give you a lot of your ammo back and then also be able to heal yourself. So that can be good. Even if you need to make a bit of different distance, you can use your shield to get back into the boss fight there. But just, again, whenever these tentacle things pop up, don't run into them like I just did there. It's best to stick away from them and use them sparingly as you need health. So they do drop quite a bit of shields there, so you can use that just to keep yourself alive. But positioning here is important, because you can get mindlessly in the circle strafing. I even just throw the shields there to break them at certain points. Just, again, keeping it in mind to your overall health. And then we're soon out of the second phase here with a very sad cutscene afterwards. But into the third phase, he brings out some new attacks that are quite challenging to deal with, so you'll see what to do with those. So getting into the third phase here, he first starts off by creating a circle of all of these enemies here, and then they're going to rush at you one by one. So you can just parry them back at him. Just be mindful when they're coming. Parrying is just going to be your best option here, so just continually watch around the arena, make sure that they're coming at you, and then just parry that. You can also bring out the Chainshot here, so that is fully enhanced whenever he drops in, and then you can get a nice shot off on him there. Now, he does pull this out, and you have to be watching for where the green blades are so that you can parry those all back at you. Otherwise, you're going to take quite a bit of damage, and it can basically take you out if you get stuck in that or if your shield ends up breaking. So back to the old tricks here, using the Chainshot to parry and get that fully charged attack off. And then since he's shocked there, he does take the extra damage. He'll also pull out these clones again, but you can easily hit them with the Chainshot, especially if you got the upgrade that gives it an explosion on its attacks, because all you need to do is hit one of them and it'll take out both of the targets. Now, he starts to follow up with even more attacks in a row, so just watch out for that. These ones you won't be able to get your Chainshot off in the middle of it. Now, that attack there you can parry whenever you see the glow happen from his weapon, but here it's nice just keeping an eye on your overall health, again, with these tentacle things. They do shoot at fireballs too, so that's something else to keep in mind when you get close. But he does pull out, you can see, multiple attacks in a row, and he'll do this 5 or 6 hit combo where you just have to parry most of them. You don't have many options to do your attacks, and he will routinely pull out these multi attacks that he likes to do. So it's a big focus on just trying to keep your distance the best as possible and block and parry off all those attacks. until he pulls out that other attack that he likes to do where he creates the ring, where you got to be mindful on this very last phase. Once he gets down to about 1/3 of his final health, he's going to go up into the middle again and pull out these. So similar to the very start of this fight, just watch for them. You can be a bit mobile. Just be mindful not to get hit by them. They rush you pretty quickly, so if you can kind of create some distance between them, give yourself the time to react. Like there, I took out the first one and then moved to that side of the arena. And then you finish them off. Then he'll follow up with the same attack that he started off with. Luckily, there's some health orbs there, but I unfortunately had my shield broke there. And you can see there, it does a lot of damage. Luckily, I had all those healing items on the ground there to replenish my health. And I pulled out the melee attack there, as it does quite a bit of damage. I would recommend using your melee a bit more. He just continues to pull out the tentacle things there and just go in and try to parry off all those attacks, as he's going to pull a bunch of them out there in a row. And that's how to easily beat the Enhanced Ahzrak in Doom the Dark Ages. If this is useful, please hit the subscribe button below.